Is this
We're checking further, Mr. President. And again, to reiterate, Mr. President, kanina po, minake of record ko na Mr. Wang is not on trial, so hindi rin po itungkol sa guilt. Ito po ay tungkol sa desirability of granting yung hinihinging pribilehiyo ng Filipino citizenship sa aplikante. And may I also make of record, Mr. President, that one of the documents shared by the good sponsor himself with this representation contains matters regarding Mr. Wang in relation to the matter of underground banking, particularly underground cryptocurrency trading. And as for fraternal association, I will ask a related question about fraternal association with another person who has caused concern to the Senate sa mga nakaraang investigasyon natin, Mr.
President, if I may quickly react, the person referred to by Her Honor is not the same lead Wang applicant. Iba po yon, may kapangalan siya na taga Laguna na 37 years old na call center agent na nahuli sa Laguna for scamming. So hindi po siya, hindi po 37 years old itong applicant natin, baka 37 na yung anak niya. So hindi po siya yun, may certification po doon na ibang tao po yon, kapangalan lang. At yung tanong naman po ng ating Senate President Pro Temp, yung Powergate Infinity, ang pakay pala nito ay mag-manage ng casino na hindi naman po bawal kasi legal po ang casino. Hindi lang natuloy sa Maynila kaya umalis na siya, sa Cebu na raw nag-operate. Kung saan sa Cebu ay hindi ko na po alam.
Ino-operate ang casino?
Nagmamanage.
Nagmamanage. Junket na naman.
Hindi ko po alam. Management of casino can involve a lot of things.
Thank you, Mr. President. If I can move on to another question.
Your
good
casino
sponsor.
operation, Mr. President, not junket. And then,
Yes, Mr.
sana po
President.
napaliwanag. Ibang tao po yung binabanggit kanina. Yung lead one ay bata po yun na merong ACR, merong working visa ng BID na na-cancel na po at talagang na-involve sa online scam. Iba pong tao yun. Kapangalan.
The good sponsor and I will have to agree to disagree on that, Mr. President. Dahil bagamat may lumalabas sa mga searches ng iba't ibang Filipino name, pero iisa lamang po yung alam kong Wang Lead One na pinag-uusapan natin. So if I could move on to another question, Mr. President. Is Mr. Wang connected with a company operating with the name Nine Dynasty, Mr. President?
No, Mr. President.
He's not. I ask this, Mr. President, because Nine Dynasty is a mysterious underground cryptocurrency service targeted to be one of the largest, if not the largest, in Asia. So, bakit po yung pangalan po ni Mr. Wang listed as the identified representative and junket operator of Nine Dynasty, Mr. President?
Ang nangyayari po, Mr. President, nagdadala lang siya ng player. Yun po yung kanyang naging role doon, pero hindi siya ang may-ari nitong 9 o 99 ba ho yan? 9?
Nine Dynasty, Mr. President.
Opo.
So, nagdadala po siya ng player. So, hindi naman po
hindi bawal po yun. Hindi po yun bawal.
At saka hindi po mutually exclusive sa pagiging identified representative at junket operator ng Nine Dynasty, Mr. President. At I'm showing a photo here, Mr. President. Can the good sponsor confirm if this is indeed Lidan Wang in the ribbon-cutting ceremonies of Nine Dynasty? Siya po ba ito, Mr. President?
Yes.
Yes.
In the middle. Because
In the middle.
he is
Yes,
a
Mr.
BBIP player who brings here BBIP category players.
Yes,
so,
Mr. President.
ano po, ang sabi po sa akin, pag ikaw daw po ay nagdala ng player, meron ka komisyon sa hotel, sa mga restaurant, sa junket operations. Doon, meron siyang kinikita doon. Kaya ginawa siyang guest of honor dito dahil siya yung nagdadala, pinagtiwalaan ng ilang players.
Yes, Mr. President. So, nagdadala po siya ng VIP players from which he earns a commission at dito sa photo na ito, sabi ng good sponsor sila yung guest of honor.
Isa sa mga guest kasi maraming
Yes,
tigagupit.
one of the guests of
Maraming
honor.
ribbon, maraming bulaklak.
And can the good sponsor identify the person to the right of Mr. Wang in
Ay,
this photo?
wala po akong kilala dito, Your Honor.
Hindi po ba yan si Mr. Duan Renwu?
Hindi ko
And
po
I'll flash
kilala.
a photo po of
Wala
Mr.
po akong kilala dyan.
Wu.
Opo, wala akong nare-recognize dyan, Your Honor. Hindi ko po, ngayon ko lang nakita yung litratong yan.
Kung gayon, Mr. President, good sponsor, I think meron din akong photo dyan ni Mr. Duan Renwu. At para po sa kabatiran or pagpapaalala sa lahat, si Duan Renwu po ang big boss ng Porac Pogo. Kinikilala pong ninong ni Cassandra o Cassie Leong at wanted fugitive sa China. So, does it inspire confidence in us that the applicant is an associate of a wanted fugitive, Mr. President?
Mr. President, I was informed that yung nabanggit niyong pangalan, hindi ko na ma-recite uli, ay player po sa isang junket dahil ang casino naman po ay legal sangayon sa umiiral na batas. At habang tayo po ay nagsasalita, ay ang casino po ay bukas pa at napakaraming casino po sa ating bansa. So, kung siya man ay nirecognize niya kung sino, ay uulitin ko po na yung sinasabi ko kanina, mere association, most notably through a photograph, cannot be ascribed to a person's guilt. Guilt cannot be inferred solely by association, photographs, or a photo with someone accused of a crime. Tayo naman po lahat ang daming nagpapa-selfie. At sa dami na ng litrato, siguro darating ang panahon na yung nagpalitrato sa atin ay baka hindi rin kanais-nais na tao. So will that be an association by guilt likewise? Hindi po. So dito po sa larawang nandito, hindi ko po ma-judge yan. Siguro merong isang ribbon cutting kung ano man. But ulitin ko po, yung matatagal na at malalim na doktrina na even mere presence at the scene of the crime without which does not make a person a principal, an accomplice or accessory. There must be clear evidence showing the participation to commit an offense. I don't see any offense yet here, Mr. President, dito sa larawan na nakikita ngayon.
Again, Mr. President, we are not talking about offense, let alone crime, at hindi po ito trial. Ito po ay pagre-raise ng mga, hindi lang kakaunti, marami-raming reasons for concern about this application. So, dito, si Mr. Duan Renwu na nasa photo, sabi nga ng good sponsor ay player sa junket. Siya po ba ay isa sa mga VIP players na dinala ni Mr. Wang para maglaro sa Nine
Hindi ko po alam,
Dynasty?
Your Honor, hindi ko rin alam yung binanggit yung pangalan kung sino dyan.
Ay,
Para magkakamukha na lahat sila.
hindi naman po, Mr. President. At I give the good sponsor more credit dahil isa po sila sa dumalo sa ating mga pagdinig tungkol sa Pogo at naging famous or infamous yung pangalan ni Duan Renwu dyan. And speaking of actions that are or can be attributable to Mr. Wang, isang bagay na klarong ginawa ni Mr. Wang ay itago ang ilang piling business interests niya. At sa ganitong mga susunod ko pang mga tanong at itong tanong, nagmumukhang may rason, Mr. President. Ito po kasing yung Avia International Club also provides junkets for Nine Dynasty. Tama ba, Mr. President?
Mari po, tama po yan. Pero
Maaari po,
ulitin ko
opo.
po na hindi naman siya actively involved doon sa nabanggit nyo na operations ng Avia. Kita nyo po itong pinapakita nyo, Soler Resort and Casino. Yan po ay is a legal, very legal establishment. Yan dyan po sa taas. So wala pong mali dyan. Marami hong, hanggang ngayon, may bago pang bukas na Solera ata sa Quezon City sa North. Quezon
But this,
City. So,
Mr. President,
there is nothing illegal in going to a casino, Mr. President.
Mr. President, ito po ay listahan ng 9 dynasty na mga junket
Oo.
operators niya. At
Which is
nakalista
also
doon ang
legal,
pangalan
Mr.
niya.
President.
At
Nagdadala
nakalista.
ng mga customer sa hotel, sa casino. Casino is a legal business operation. Tayo po ay minsan naimbitahan din pag kung hindi ako nagkakamali, yung huling punta ko sa casino, yung Metro Manila Film Festival, legal naman po yung casino. Mausok nga lang. Mausok, Mr. President. Kaya I don't see anything wrong with a casino. It is legal. It is allowed by law. Its operation is regulated by PAGCOR under PD 1869 as amended by Republic Act 9487, and our government continues to receive a critical amount to finance some of our big public hospitals, including sports, and a lot of other things, Mr. President. So,
All the more reason, Mr. President, nakapagtataka na if all of this is legal anyway, if all of this is beneficial anyway sa Pilipinas, kung bakit hindi binanggit ni Mr. Wang sa komite. Yun po yung isang pinagtatakhan
ang sagot
ko. Because
po,
I'm
Mr.
not saying it's
President,
illegal. I am saying he concealed this from the committee,
hindi,
Mr.
ang
President.
sagot po doon, Mr. President, during that time, hindi naman siya member na nung EBIA. O nung Prime, hindi na siya kasali doon. Nung nag-hearing, 2021 po siya, wala na siyang involvement sa Prime. Ngayon, nung nag-hearing, Powergate ba? Powergate. So ngayon 2020, nag-hearing ata 2024. So wala na talaga siya, no? Kahit nung 18th Congress, hindi na rin siya.
Pero hindi rin po siya, Mr. President, nag-disclose ng links niya sa Avia at sa Nine Dynasty, which is identified bilang isa sa mga nag-avail of ng junket operation services ng mga tulad ng Avia International Club. So kung
Kasi nga
lahat
po,
nito
Mr.
ay
President,
maayos,
we were
bakit
guided
hindi
by the
i-disclose?
checklist of the committee. Hindi naman nakalagay doon na na-involved ka ba sa junket. Hindi naman nakalagay doon na ikaw ba ay nagkakasino. So, ang presumption po dito, Mr. President, your committee worked hard to engage the services of other government agencies to secure the documents required of a person applying for a legislative naturalization decree. So lahat po yun ay natupad naman po as of the date na nag-hearing po yung ating committee.
Yes, Mr. President. So, has the committee been made aware of the nature of activities of Mr. Wang, Mr. President?
Opo, yung lumabas po sa committee ay yung sila ay nagsimula ng merong palayan sa Isabela, gawaan ng tsinelas, at nagkaroon ng negosyo na umunlad naman sa pagtatayo ng mga gusali na ginagamit bilang lagayan ng palay. Yun po yung mga, sa naalala ko. Matagal-tagal
Yes,
na
Mr.
kasi yun, Mr. President.
Opo. But again, wala kasi akong nakita dahil hindi niya ibinigay sa komite mga impormasyon tungkol sa pogo o gambling o cryptocurrency. And I hope na at least na-appreciate
Isa-isahin ko po,
natin na
Mr. President.
itong impormasyon lumalabas na ngayon kesa
Isa-isahin ko po,
later,
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Hindi po siya na-involved sa Pogo. Okay? And during the hearings, Mr. President, yung Pogo po ay, kung ito man ay illegal ngayon, yung Pogo naman po during those days, legal pa yon. May mga legal pang Pogo. Hindi rin po nabuksan yung cryptocurrency kasi wala naman po sa records yun, wala sa checklist na alam niyo po, Mr. President, pwede kong banggitin ngayon, 25 executive orders will be issued day after tomorrow by President Trump. And one of the executive orders would involve institutionalization of cryptocurrency in the United States. And that would have a big effect, not just in the United States, but in the world's economy. So lahat po ito malilegalize na. Mr. President, you will see this unfold 2 days from now. So, cryptocurrency per se is not bad. Bitcoin is not bad. Ethereum is not bad. So, 2 days from now, lalabas po lahat yung executive order. 25 yon. Pero, binanggit ko lang po yon kasi we're jumping the gun. Cryptocurrency is not bad. Hindi, casino operations, gambling, casino, is not also illegal. Diba? So, I don't see any reason to disclose something which is not being asked of and something which is not illegal when the hearing was conducted. And that includes, perhaps, I'm not defending this, you have mentioned this, I have joined you in the various committee reports, and records will show, even if you look at existing legislative records, I was not one of the signatories when the POGO legalization law was signed. Hindi po ako nakapirma doon, Mr. President. Kaya kampi niyo ako rito. Kaya
Precisely, Mr.
itong
President.
POGO, hindi ito pinag-usapan kasi nung panahon yon, legal pa ito sa mata ng batas. Itong casino, hanggang ngayon legal pa ito. At itong nabanggit niyo yung cryptocurrency, 48 hours pa ho siguro. Makikita niyo po yung legalization nito sa ibang jurisdiction, which will have an impact in our jurisdiction likewise.
And again, Mr. President, nadadagdagan tuloy yung listahan ng mga bagay na dati ay hindi pa illegal or hanggang ngayon ay legal. Pero kung bakit hindi dinisclose ng ating aplikante sa komite ay nagbibigay ng impression talaga na hindi completely forthright. So, kanina po napag-uusapan natin Napag-uusapan natin kanina, Mr. President, ang espionage. So, Mr. President, do you think it should disqualify an applicant from Filipino citizenship if he is a member of a group that could possibly be involved in malign foreign influence, Mr. President?
Siguro po, hindi po dapat siya maging Pilipino kung siya ay isang espiya.
Opo, Mr. President.
Kakampi niyo po ako dyan. At kung matatandaan niyo, Mr. President, ako pa ho yung nagpalipat nung hearing ni Alice Go sa tamang husgado. Kung hindi po, na-dismiss na yun. Nakalagay, pinipilit na hearing sa Tarlac. Kung hindi tayo nag-hearing po nun, hindi naman sa pagbubuhat ng sariling bangko, ay na-dismiss po yun. So pinalipat natin sa Valenzuela RTC, nag-assume ng concurrent jurisdiction ng Pasig. Ngayon po ay malapit ng sintensyahan siguro. So,
salamat, Mr. President.
Kasama niyo po ako sa ganyan layunin na Mr. President.
Dahil ganun nga po, Mr. President, good sponsor, we retrieved information from a Chinese website that Mr. Wang was inducted as the new chairman of the Philippine Jinjiang Yushi Association. This association is connected to the network of hometown associations established in the Philippines. He is seen in this photo, third from left, in the first row. Ito po yung fina-flash po namin, Mr. President. He can also be seen in the third row, first photo from the left, being handed over a seal by former chairperson Wang Honglao. This organization, Mr. President, is part of the United Front work of the Communist Party of China. And take note po, 2023 ang balita pong ito, kaya bagong-bago pa lang siya chairperson. So I have to question where Mr. Yang's loyalties would lie if we grant him Filipino citizenship by the Philippine Senate, Mr. President.
Mr. President, I was informed that although perhaps the picture might be accurate, that he has no association with the Communist Party of China, or even if there is a Communist Party of the Philippines right now. And during the hearings, Mr. President, under oath, he reaffirmed and up to this date continues to reaffirm his love for the Philippines. Similar to the other applicants which this chamber whose applications approved. Nung isang araw lang kaharap ko yung si Kulas. Si Kulas marunong na magtagalog. So wala pong ang dami po kasing mga association pag nagpunta kayo sa Binondo, mga kung ano-anong association, association of lahat siguro ng mga magkakaapelyido na hindi ko naman naintindihan yan, association po yung tawag sa kanila. Pero again, Mr. President, we stand by the weight of the evidence presented during the committee hearings that he is not in any way part of the Communist Party of China.
But Mr. President, he is the new chair of the Philippine Jinjiang UC Association, Mr. President.
It's not true, Mr. President. He's not the chairman, whatever Xinjiang is.
But is he a member of the Philippine Jinjiang UC Association?
Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, which I think is a reputable and
It's a Filipino organization, Mr.
Filipino-Chinese
President.
Chamber of Commerce. He's a vice chairman, and it's an association of Filipino and Chinese business groups. And one of the
And it's a Filipino organization, Mr.
yes,
Chair.
ang presidente po yun ang alam ko, yung gumawa ng Happy Toothpaste, yung si De Pedro, Cecilio De Pedro. Minsan pinadadalhan ako noon ng Happy Toothpaste, sabi ko gumagamit ako Colgate. So reputable organization po ito. Sila po yung may mga fire brigade sa Iloilo, sa Bacolod, sa Naga, sa Binondo. So kaya pala siguro siya ay fire brigade din. Volunteer din siya ng fire brigade sa Ermita. Siya ay bumbero din sa Ermita. So yun po yung mga ganitong asosasyon sa pagkakaalam ko, Mr. President.
I'm definitely not worried, Mr. President, about the PCCI. Dahil ako nga yung nagsabi kanina, it's a Filipino organization. Pero sa presensya ni Mr. Wang sa photos na ito, kung hindi siya bagong chair, kung hindi siya member, bakit siya nasa members photos ng Philippine Jinjiang UC Association? Just before I go to my last question,
Hindi
Mr.
ko po,
President.
pasensya na po, Mr. President, kung ako'y umuupo ng kaunti kasi nangangalay na rin po ako. Natatawa si General nakaupo lang siya Hindi ko po masagot yun, Mr. President, kung ano yung Jiangjin o Jinjiang UC Association, Opo,
Mr.
kung ano,
President.
kasi napakarami talaga. Pag kayo pumunta ng Chinatown, kung ano-ano mga asosasyon,
Ano ba Jinjiang?
Kung Fu, Wushu, kung ano-ano na.
No, Mr. President, this is not a sports association.
No. Ibig sabihin ko,
Hometown association
may mga
po siya.
pangalan na po
Hindi siya martial arts
nakikita
organization.
doon kasi napunta rin po ako sa Divisoria. Ang dami mga pangalan ko. Parang ang lumalabas dito, correct me if I'm wrong, yung mga magkakamag-anak nagfo-form ng association. Pag yung, saan ba ako nakakita nito? Pag yung Lunar Chinese New Year, meron silang mga dragon dance, tapos yung mga association ng nakalagay dun sa harapan. Yun lang po yung pagkakaalam ko dyan.
Hindi rin po ito
Mr. President.
hindi rin po ito family association, Mr. President. Hometown association po siya.
Ma'am, Mr. President, I was informed na ito yung parang mga hometown association.
Yes, Mr. President, exactly.
Hometown association.
Opo.
oo.
So, hometown association po ito. And per our information, itong Philippine Jinjiang UC Association is part of the United Front work of the Communist Party of China. So, panghuling tanong na lamang po, Mr. President.
Mr. President, for
Yes,
the
Mr.
information of Her Honor, yung Xinjiang very active sa Negros Occidental. Ito, nag-launch sila ng Philippine Xinjiang Association Negros Occidental Chapter. O sina Governor Lacson sa Bacolod, sa Acacia Hotel. So, very active po ito sa, hindi ko lang kaya i-pronounce yung name, pero kilala ko po yung mga mayors dito. So, lahat po sila, very active po itong ganitong association. Tama po kayo, Mr. President. Xinjiang ay baka yung bayan nila, roots nila sa kung saan man, sa China.
Yes, Mr. President. Panghuli po na tanong, is it possible for one person, even a foreigner, to have more than one taxpayer identification number, Mr. President?
Siguro po, Mr. President, it is indeed possible for a person to have more than one, but it is not allowed.
Yes,
It is
Mr.
not allowed. It can, there are two, from my understanding, long time ago, there are two lookouts here. One is the acquisition of a second tin by virtue of a desire to deceive or defraud the government or our tax authorities. Kung ganun po ang plano, ay yun po ay talagang masama yung intensyon. Minsan naman po ay yung pagkuha ng tin ay dulot ng pagkakamali o hindi sinasadya. Halimbawa, pag nawala yung tin, kumuha ulit ng iba. Pero meron po tayong legal framework sa issuance ng tin. The law is explicit na just one tin per individual or entity. Subalit, kung nakadalawa kang tin o marami kang tin, merong administrative sanction. Babayad ka ng 1,000 pesos to 50,000 at pag ikaw naman ay hinablan ng BIR, 50,000 pesos. Pero kung yun ay ginagamit mo for purposes of tax evasion. So, ngayon po, ang BIR ay bukod sa administrative and criminal penalties ay nagbibigay din ng, kumukuha rin ng civil liabilities, halimbawa po sinadya mo, misrepresentation, to defraud the government. So, i-assess ka ng 25% surcharge, may mga memorandum circular po dito ang BIR, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tignan niyo po ito. These documents were both submitted to the committee. His tin in his BIR ID is different from his tin in Juan Care. At uulitin ko po, both these documents were submitted to the committee. May paliwanag po ba para dito, Mr. President?
Apparently, Mr. President, the real tin is the 272. Ano ba yung 272? 272, ito
sa
po nga sa taas.
BIR.
Yung picture po. 272-704-092, yung 000. Yung po yung ginagamit niya sa pagbabayad ng buwis. Yung isa po, kagaya po nung nabanggit ko kanina, ay yun po yung ginawa doon po sa pamamagitan ng kanyang accountant ng noong ano ba itong tinayo, isang foundation na
Juan Care
ano ba
Foundation.
yung One Care? Is a civic organization? Oh, it's an NGO, Mr. President, na NGO charitable foundation na yun din kanyang inabanggit ko kaninang accountant po ang nag-fill up na lang, pirma na lang. So, hindi po ito tinatanggi, Mr. President, na yung nakakuha ng isang number uli. Subalit, this was fully disclosed, Mr. President, at ito po ay doon sa isang foundation. Wala naman pong motive to defraud the government, to commit an intentional crime to deceive the government. So, Mr. President, so what the person did, this was apparently the first one. Correct me, Mr. President. I stand corrected. The first one was secured when he was still in Isabela. Kinancel na po yun ng BIR. So, ang talagang ginagamit niya ngayon ay itong 272. Kasi meron pong larawan dito, Mr. President, ay batang-bata pa siya. Baka high school lang ito. O college, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, kung meron pong pagkakamali dito, ang BIR na po ang nag-meet ng sanction, administrative, yung 1,000 administrative fine or yung criminal penalty, habla siya under Section 258 of the National Internal Revenue Code. Subalit, ito po ay hindi sinadya para i-defraud, mag-evade ng taxes ang applicant sa yugtong ito, Mr. President. At yung isa po ay na-cancel na, Mr. President. Yung pinapakita nyo sa larawan sa baba.
Salamat, Mr.
Sa kanan.
President. My staff also took the initiative to check if one of these tins is like those one-time tins for foreigners. But ang one-time tin daw ay for single transactions only, and these are both not given for the purpose of incorporation. Mr. President, we also sought to verify these tin numbers at gaya ng nabanggit ng good sponsor, the tin that was used for Juan Care for 362944400 ay tagged as cancelled. Pero merong pa ring isa pang tin, yung tin na ginamit sa Avia Leisure 486030244 under the name of Marco Ong is associated with a completely different name, Mr. President. And again, these two completely different numbers are different from the one in his BIRRD na sinabi na rin ng good sponsor ay 272-704-092-000, Mr. President. So, for the record also, Mr. President. So, by way of ending, I wish to say, hindi lang po ito tungkol kay Mr. Wang. But I really am shocked that this person was able to advance so far in the naturalization process despite all the red flags in his background. Hindi po ito pamemeke lang ng birth certificate in a small local civil registrar in a far-flung town. This one is right in the halls of the House of Representatives and the Senate, harap-harapan po. Si Wang Liduan, nagkukunwaring Pilipino sa SEC, tinago ang business interests at contacts kaugnay ng gambling, pogo at junkets, at may link sa mga organisasyon na malapit sa Communist Party of China. Hindi po ako na niniwala na inadvertence lamang ang lahat ng ito. At hindi po ako naniniwala na ganun kadali itong i-dismiss. So Mr. President, good sponsor, I terminate my interpellation. And as early as now, I have to say that I cannot in good conscience vote to confer citizenship on this person. Muli, and for one more time, hindi ko po sinasabi na siya ay guilty sa anumang krimen. After all, this is not a court of law. All I am saying, Mr. President, good sponsor, all I am saying is that there are enough red flags to warrant further scrutiny and to deny Filipino citizenship to this person. Maraming salamat po, good sponsor at Mr. President.